Good morning. Ira Epstein with your morning flash update, and this is the last trading day of May. It's May 30th, 2029, about 8:20 a.m. Central Time, and I don't like what I'm hearing. It appears that Scott Bessent's team is not making headway with China. Things are going much too slow, and it appears that it is now time for President Trump to make the call to Xi to see if this thing is worth doing, or should they just back away and call this a day. The world really can't afford for that to happen, so the code words are China either picks it up or U.S. is going to go to some tariff number and just sit at it. It could be 50%, and things just sit there and they move on with the rest of the world. We will see. And that's the other thing. All the lawsuits shake people up. The Trump administration will find ways, you can count on it, to get tariffs done as best as they can, where they can. And if countries think they should drag their feet and not make a deal here, you're reading this man wrong. I don't know why people would say that in the press, that, oh, this is where they're going to drag their feet and see maybe they shouldn't make a deal. It's just the opposite. Get your deal done. First off, it's better for you, better for them. This is a guy that doesn't forget. He's an elephant. He will find a way to make deals happen, and find a way, if you really thwart him, to make your life miserable with the United States. It's just the way that it is. On the energy markets, you can see that most of the energy is still lower. Keep in the back of your mind that tomorrow we get some numbers from OPEC. We got our fingers crossed. What are they going to do? How are they going to do the increased production? How much of that production will use domestically? People have to remember how hot it gets in the Mideast now, and they ramp up production for both their domestic use. So the question is, you got to separate that for what's going to hit the open market. You got down pretty hard in the nat gas, looking for bounces, but I think this market's still a sale on rallies, but you want it a bit higher than that. Bonds and notes, remember, we've moved to the Septembers now. They're sort of just drifting around here. Why? Well, this is a good time for us to take a look at the morning data. We have the personal income spending and the PCE index. The April personal income up 0.8. The prior had been up 0.5, and they only expected it up 0.3. Ring one up for the boys there, a little more money in your pocket. April personal consumption, month over month, up 0.2. The prior had been up 0.7. They expected it up 0.2, so you have more money and you're not spending much more than expected. The PCE index month over month was up 0.1. The prior was flat, but they expected it there. The PCE index year over year up 0.2. Prior had been up 2.3. They expected it up 2.2. Well, one in the ring, the inflation numbers, the prices you're paying, not as high. At least this was April. It's a little different in May, I'll promise you that. The up 10ths here in month over month for the PCE index month over month, up 0.1. The prior was flat. They expected it there. And the PCE index year over year, 2.5. Prior was 2.6. They expected 2.6. This is not a number that moves the Fed, but it's also not a number that says things are running away on you. That's the important part. You're now at 8:45 going to get the Chicago PMI. At 9 o'clock, you're going to get the final numbers out of the Michigan consumer sentiment. And we'll see what the Atlanta Fed president, Bostic, has to say at 11:20 as he's at a chat. And we will see what that all does. So what does that mean for the marketplace today? Well, it's pretty simple. You haven't done a lot. The dollar's rebounding a bit. It got smashed yesterday, giving you a bit of a rally at the expense of a number of currencies pulling back. That makes all the sense. Gold market's not even doing anything with that. It's down $20. But it's, again, it seems to be caught at the 3,300 level, and it's not acting bad. The chart action is sort of like it's building a base, trying to move higher one more time. In the grain markets, rain makes grain, and we've seen pressure on all that. Now the question is, you need sunlight and you need warmth to grow the crops. If you got my report yesterday, you saw that the crops have been falling behind. All eyes will be on the crop progress report come Monday. We want to see that things improve a little bit more. There's concerns that it's been so cool in the Midwest, and it has been, and not with a lot of sunlight. It's been shady and so on. We'll see where that goes. Chicago today, they're giving us big smoke alerts for those huge blazes in Canada that are supposed to now drift here around the noon time. We'll see what they're like. Last year they were amazing, so we'll see what happens. I guess the Canadians, they're pretty angry at us, so they're blowing their smoke at us. I get it. I want to remind you that, the tools that you have, they're right here with us. Get your guide to technical indicators, volumes 1 and 2. It explains stochastics, moving averages. It'll give you an idea of the Arun indicator, pivot points. There's so much that you can deal with in this. All you do is go to iraepstein.com, free offers. A lot of you have written me, telling me here what you'd like me to cover tomorrow actually tonight or tomorrow, in my ETF review. So if you're an ETF trader, just write me on this channel, tell me what you'd like me to cover, and I'll try to put that in there for you. In the meantime, you have a great trading day, and I'll catch up with you all either at the end of the day today, where I do the weekend reviews for the weekly charts, or first thing tomorrow. Take care.